special day because you are the people who mean the most to them. The understanding and mutual respect they bring to their lives together have its roots in the love, friendship, and guidance you have given them. You are their community, and they are honored to have you here. On behalf of our bride and groom, a warm welcome and a thank you to all. What is marriage? Why do we get married? We hear a lot of things about marriage in our everyday lives. The average television sitcom would have you believe that, to paraphrase the band REM, marriage is the end of the world as you know it. It's not. Janie and Pete respectfully submit today that marriage is not an end, but a beginning. It's not a perfect beginning, it's not a clean slate. Marriage is a process. Marriage is growth, both individually and together. Marriage is a bold step into an unknown future. It's risking who we are for the sake of who we can become together. When I first met with Pete and Jamie and Colin to discuss today, it was clear they were meant to be together. They had a comfort level with each other that mirrored that of a couple together for 50 years. As most know, Jamie and Pete first met while Jamie was tending bar at Kelly's. Pete would come in and hang out and flirt, and eventually they had their first official date. They went to a country music concert at Bald Hill. They were able to sneak all the way down to the front of the stage, and as Lee Brice sang "A Woman Like You," the two, wrapped tightly in each other's embrace, swayed along. Jamie said most wouldn't consider that a real first date because her mom was there. But it was a moment she'll never forget. I asked both Jamie and Pete to share their favorite memory together, and they both said, without hesitation, the day Colin was born. Pete said although he was absolutely terrified when Jamie went into labor, watching her bring Colin into the world was unforgettable. Pete, Jamie would like you to know that you are, without question, the sweetest guy she's ever met. She values how hard you work to ensure that both she and Colin are taken care of and are happy. She loves that you're handy, dedicated, smart, and open to learning new things. Jamie wants to marry you because she says you're her perfect partner. You're a wonderful father, and you're truly her better half. Jamie, Pete would like you to know that he loves watching you with Colin. He values how strong you are and is inspired by your independence. He's grateful that you push him outside of his comfort zone, and he wants to marry you because you make him happy without even trying. When he's with you, he's content in every way, and he believes you are his soulmate. In marriage, we not only say, I love you today, but I promise to love you for all of our tomorrows. Pete and Jamie, in the days ahead, there will be good times and stormy times, times of joy and times of conflict. But I ask you to remember this advice. Learn the wisdom of compromise, for it's better to bend than to break. Believe the best of your beloved rather than the worst. Confide in your partner and ask for help when you need it. Remember that true friendship is the basis for any lasting relationship. Give your spouse the same courtesies and kindnesses you bestow upon your friends, and say I love you as often as possible. People have been united in marriage in all lands and all cultures since the beginning of time. In marriages everywhere, two individuals leave the families that raised them to begin a new family. At this time, we ask the parents of the bride and groom to stand to bless this marriage. Do you, James and Diane Strumlock, Mary and Leroy Harrington, and Dan Tooker, who have lovingly raised and nurtured these two individuals, offer your blessing for their marriage, promising to support them, understand them, and encourage them in their solemn endeavor in the years ahead. If you agree, please say we do. We do. And to the family, friends, and honored guests, I ask the same question. Do you offer your blessing for their marriage, promising to support them, understand them, and encourage them in their solemn endeavor in the years ahead? If you agree, please say we do.
We do.
Okay, no. They're getting married. They need way more support than that. I mean, two incredibly loved people. That clap was proof. I am proud of all of you for that loud cheer. Thank you. To celebrate in their important moment in history, a very special person in Pete and Jamie's lives, Pete's sister, Samantha, has been invited to read Falling in Love is Like Owning a Dog. Samantha, if you would please join us.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Stop. Don't look at me.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to read to you today, Falling in Love is Like Owning a Dog by Taylor Mommy. First of all, it is a big responsibility, especially in a city like New York. So think long and hard before deciding on love. On the other hand, love gives you a sense of security. When you're walking down the street late at night and you have a leash on love, ain't no one gonna mess with you. Because crooks and muggers think love is unpredictable. Who knows what love could do on its own defense? On cold winter nights, love is warm. It lies between you and lives and breathes, and makes funny noises. Love wakes you up all hours of the night with its many needs. It needs to be fed so it will grow and stay healthy. Love doesn't like being left alone for long. But come home and love is always happy to see you. It may break a few things accidentally in its passion for life, but you can never be mad at love for too long. Is love good all the time? No, definitely not. But love can be bad. Bad love, very bad. Love makes messes. Love leaves you little surprises here and there. Love needs lots of cleaning up after. And sometimes you just want to get love fixed. Sometimes you want to roll up a piece of newspaper and swat love on the nose. Not so much to cause pain, just to let love know don't ever do that again. Sometimes love just wants to go for a nice long walk, because love loves exercise. It runs you around the block and leaves you panting. It pulls you in several different directions at once, or winds around and around you until you're wound up and can't move. But love makes you meet people wherever you go. People who have nothing in common but love stop and talk to each other on the street. Throw things away and love will always bring them back again and again. But most of all, love needs love, lots of it. And in return, love loves you and never stops.
Pete and Jamie, today you're making a lasting commitment to share the rest of your lives with each other, forming your own family, building your own traditions, and growing together from this day forward. In front of me are 3 bottles of sand. The sand represents Jamie, Pete, and their son, Colin. I'm going to ask Pete to pour the first layer of sand into the empty container, and then Jamie, you will pour your layer. These layers symbolize Jamie and Pete, their separate lives, separate families, and separate sets of friends. By starting our container with separate, strong, distinct layers, we're able to not only identify Pete and Jamie as separate people, but we're also able to build a strong foundation for the next layer. Next, you will pour simultaneously, blending your 2 colors as you blend your lives in marriage. As Jamie and Pete build their marriage and blend their lives, we're able to see how different our first layer and our second layer are. They went from being Jamie or Pete to being Jamie and Pete, one united couple. Now, today is largely about each of you, but we also need to recognize the bond you're building with your family and your son, Colin. The next layer represents the joy Colin has brought to your lives. He will someday grow to be his own person in the world, but who he is shaped largely on the love and lessons he sees you each display. If Colin's up to it, Jamie and Pete, please help him pour his layer into the sink.
Come on, big guy.
Yeah. There you go, buddy. All right.
Lastly, as we're forming a new family today, our final layer will represent all of you. Colin's excited for this last layer. He's very excited. Please pour all of your sand into the container. This last layer will represent Jamie, Colin, and Pete, the new family being formed today.